Hippocrates, the famous Greek physician, has said, "Desperate times call for desperate measures." The world has faced many economic depressions, and the governments have always tried to resort to those measures to revive their economies. QE, or quantitative easing, is that reserved weapon of choice. At my FinHub, we try to make jargons easier to understand. So let's see what QE really is.
Ever wondered how central banks boost the economy during tough times? Picture a financial superhero swooping in to save the day when the economic outlook becomes grim. This hero is not caped, but instead operates in the world of finance. Its name? Quantitative easing, or QE for short. This is a tool that central banks around the globe deploy to breathe life back into a struggling economy. A complex term, yes, but fret not. So what exactly is this superhero called quantitative easing? Let's delve into it. Think of quantitative easing as a 4-step process. It's like a secret recipe that central banks whip up to stimulate the economy. First, let's tackle the creation of new money. No, central banks don't just run a printing press day and night. It's a digital process where they simply increase their own account balance. With a few clicks, new money is born into the digital world. The second step involves buying assets, usually government bonds. The central bank doesn't go on a shopping spree, though. They purchase these assets from commercial banks and other financial institutions. This trade-off increases the amount of money that these institutions have to lend. Step 3 is all about interest rates. By buying up these assets, central banks increase their demand, which in turn lowers their yield. This is just a fancy way of saying it reduces the interest rate. The final step is the cherry on top. With lower interest rates, borrowing becomes cheaper. Businesses find it easier to secure loans for investment, and voila, economic stimulation is underway. It's like a domino effect that starts with the creation of new money and ends with a boost to the economy. But remember, this isn't a magic wand solution. It's a calculated move, often used when the economy is in a tight spot. In essence, quantitative easing puts more money into the economy, making it easier for businesses to grow. Quantitative easing is not a theoretical concept. It has been put into action. Take, for instance, the global financial crisis of 2008 to 2009. Central banks worldwide turned to quantitative easing as a lifeline to revive their struggling economies. Fast forward to the COVID-19 pandemic, and we see this financial tool making a comeback. Countries globally have been using quantitative easing to soften the economic blow of the pandemic. These crises required extraordinary measures, and quantitative easing was a key part of the response. But why should you care about quantitative easing? Well, it's like a financial superhero, fighting economic downturns, deflation, and high unemployment. By lowering interest rates, it stimulates spending, keeping our economy robust. Quantitative easing plays a pivotal role in keeping our economy healthy during tough times. However, like all superheroes, quantitative easing has its critics. Some argue it can inflate asset prices, while others feel its impact on Main Street is limited. There are also concerns about potential long-term consequences. It's important to consider these factors when evaluating the effectiveness of quantitative easing. In conclusion, quantitative easing is a powerful tool in the arsenal of central banks. It stimulates the economy, creates new money, and addresses unemployment. However, it's crucial to remember the critiques, including potential long-term consequences. Next time you hear about tough economic times, remember our financial superhero, quantitative easing, ready to step in and save the day.
How did you find this video? Let us know in your comments. Watch out for our next explainer. Cheers!